Okay, so today I wanted to do a tour of my workstation. Here is my mirror, which also has my pricing written on it. This is my customer chair, nice and comfy, and this is my desk. Now this desk might look familiar for those of you who have seen the IKEA desk dupe. This is I guess a dupe as well, except for I changed the dimensions to fit a nail desk, because with the nail desk you want it a little more narrow across, so that you're not reaching and your client is not reaching. Also, I wanted a longer desk, which would allow me to put a lot more things on top, because I'm more of a visual person. I like to see the stuff that I use on a daily basis. So I made the desk really long so I can fit a lot of stuff on top. So we'll start with the top things. I got this acrylic tray from Ross, and this is where I keep my day-to-day alcohol, monomer, acrylic, primer, dehydrator, top coat, base coat. I also keep some hand sanitizer and lotion for my clients. My nail dust brush. Oh shoot. And then this is where I keep my brushes and my cuticle oil. This is my drill and my acrylic brushes. And this that fell down is my fan. It's just my personal fan. I get hot sometimes, so I need that extra air. I have two Darling lamps. And I also have my Valentino dust collector. I tend to move it off to the sides when I'm not using it, because I think that it is a little too high for me. I'm 5'1", sitting at a desk. This really seems to like put the client's hands like up to my face. And then I have my square, which I use to collect my credit card payments. I have my crystal that I used to take pictures with, but not so much. And then I have this little stand where I keep my business cards. So that is my desk. I have this lamp, which I found off Amazon. I actually really like it. It moves here. Here's a joint, so you can move it back and forth, and this is also a joint as well, so you can move it down and up. And that is the top of my desk. And inside my drawers, let's see, this cord. This top drawer is just my go-to stuff. So again, it's more base coats, top coats, things that I use on a regular client basis. Nail dryer, my gummy gel for my crystals, and a little shot glass that I use sometimes when I'm marbling. I put my alcohol in there. In this next drawer is where I keep some of my acrylics, my clear acrylics, colored acrylics, my covered pinks and things like that. In this drawer is some additional acrylics, my glow powders and special acrylics that I've made, as well as my nail forms. I use both long nails, and I also use these, which come from my local beauty supply store. In this drawer, I have my nail wraps, aluminum foil, saran wrap, some additional acrylics. This is Mia Secrets Clear. This is what I use when I make my colored acrylics. It's very inexpensive to do your mixes with. I really like it. So as you can see, I like it a lot. Okay. This is my junk drawer. It's a charger for my Mani Pro, and then some socks, because usually I have open-toed shoes on, so sometimes if my feet get cold. I also have a tile, a plate that I use from when I'm painting and things like that. And this drawer here is where I keep all of my tips, clear tips, natural tips, white tips, extra tips, toe tips, and also my nippers. Now these nippers are the nippers that I use to cut off crystals and things like that. So these are not for the client's cuticles. These are just my clip nippers that I use to take off crystals. This one is actually really good, nice and thick. I love this one. So I tried to get different colors for the ones that I use for crystals. This drawer right here is where I keep all my files, my buffers, sanding bands and stuff like that. This drawer I'm going to skip because this is literally my junk drawer. This drawer is where I keep most of my gels. So you'll notice that I have my IBD. I have some other gels, the Gel X along with their gel, and I have some of these which I really like. I wish they were more glittery, but they're very pretty. Actually, let me see if I can open one to show you. Very pretty. Okay, so, and I also keep some extra stuff in here, is like glue and all that. Yeah, and see, like these get really, these pods, I do not like them. They get really messy. It's like they're always leaking. This is another junk drawer where I keep all my manuals and things like that for things that I have purchased. And then I have my trash can, my paper towels. These are my little goggles to protect my eyes. On this next beside me, I keep my fluffy thing for photos. I also keep my alcohol, my backup monomer and acrylic, and also my wipes. These are my colored acrylics. These are the ones that I made myself, and some of them glow in the dark. And then these are other ones, glitz, clams, sugar and cream. And then up here is where I keep most of my dip system supplies, extra top coat, and other things like some additional cover pinks and things like that that can't fit on this. They're a little too big. And on the table behind me is the shop phone along with some extra brushes. I always keep my an IBD handy and a warmer because it's very thick, so I like to warm it up. It seems to apply easier that way. These are swatches of my colored acrylics. This right here is my goodie jar. So this is actually, if I can open it, this is actually full of extra crystals that I didn't feel like putting in individual cases. So it's kind of just like a goodie jar of all kinds of crystals and things like that. Very pretty. So I keep that over here. And also my speaker when I listen to music. I have some chrome powders, some other things that I have been sampling and working with. And over here is my mannequin hand. And my keys. These are some crystals. This is one case of my crystals that I have. And here is another case of just some trinkets and odds and ends and things like that. I keep clean brushes right here for my client. They usually grab one as they go to the bathroom to wash their hands, and then they leave the one that they use back in a cup, and I clean those at the end of the day. And this is a variation of the IKEA dupe, except for I put 3 drawers with 1 shelf for storage. So this sits directly behind me, so all I have to do is literally turn around and roll over, and I'm right here with all my other supplies. So in this drawer is some glitters, some foils, and a lot of the rubs. Born Pretty. There's some other ones in here. I believe I got this from, I can't remember. Let's see what's that. No, there's no writing on this. Oh, Wildflower. There it is. And in this drawer is some cannon pods and some other stuff that I mixed. Some glitter or a leaf from Vitro, as well as some additional gummy jelly and things like that. And this drawer is just some extra polishes and art paints and things like that that I couldn't fit on a shelf. This is just some extra stuff, the chalk that I use to make my colored acrylics, and some extra Ziploc bags, containers, practice nails and things like that. And then there's another junk drawer with just like chargers. If clients come and they need a phone charger, usually I have one that fits their phone in here. And in this drawer I have all my glitters. And as you can see, something spilled. It's a mess. I'll have to get that cleaned up. But this is just a lot of my loose raw glitters. And then in this drawer is some additional glitters and other things that I use to encapsulate. And this drawer is where all of my decals, my stamping plates, stickers, things like that. This is actually oil paper that I haven't gotten much chance to sample it. I ordered it and I ended up in the drawer. Down here, I'm actually missing a drawer, but I use this to keep my crystals. So here are some additional crystals that I have, my trays, and I just keep those tucked away at the bottom of that drawer. And then in here I have some more foils, mylar papers, some tapes and things like that. So I need to get in there and organize that drawer as well. Here is some additional stuff, my flowers, feathers, nail piercing rings, some pinwheels of different things. Oh, that needs to go back in the back. Oh, okay. And then in this drawer is where I keep a lot of my marble tints, some cat eye polishes, jelly polishes, magnetic polishes and things like that. This is where I put a lot of my material that I like to use to encapsulate. There's some netting here, and some additional stuff. Very pretty, very pretty. Okay, and then down here is where I keep all of my acrylic paints. Okay, and that concludes that section. And that is my workstation. So please like, subscribe, and if you would like to see another video, just leave a comment below as to what you would like to see. Thank you.